Hey, what's up guys, BY Gaming here. So I just wanted to share something with all of you that blew my mind to find out about the Metropolitan Era, more specifically some of the monsters that have been leaked. And so before we get into that, I want to please remind you to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I do videos like this all the time, so you're not going to want to miss them. And that being said, let's get right back into the video. So what exactly is this mind-blowing thing I found out? Well, take a look at this monster. It's Long. And I'm pretty sure you might recognize him. In fact, a lot of you probably have him. And the thing that I want to really focus on here is his speed stat, which is 11,680. You don't have to remember this, spot on, but just use it as a reference. So 11,680, right? That's his speed. This monster, well, I'm sure all of you recognize him. It's Lord NEBOTUS, the one who began the Corrupted Era. And his power stat is 20,800 at level 150, right? Or it's going to be around 8,800 at level 100. That's his base power. And I should mention that Long's base speed at level 100 is 6,754. All right. So these stats right here are at level 150, right? So level 150, 20,800 here for Lord NEBOTUS. And Darkuma, this monster, is one of the tankiest monsters in the game, arguably right now, with a life stat at level 100 of 98,020, or at level 150, 274,700. So more than 250,000 health without any boost to it with runes or anything like that. Almost 275,000 health, right? And so you might be wondering, why are you interested in these numbers? Well, let's take a look at one of the first monsters that will be released in the Metropolitan Era, Super Dream. Right? We're not worried about how well he's going to perform as far as his moveset goes or anything like that, or his traits, whatever. We're really focused right here on his stats at level 150. Do you notice something about this guy? Well, the thing I noticed right off the bat is that he is faster than the current fastest monster in the game by over 1,000 points. All right, over 1,000 points faster than Long at level 150. He's over 2,000 points stronger than Lord NEBOTUS, the strongest monster in the game right now, tied with Gobslayer, right? He's got a base of 8,800 at level 100. We just mentioned that. And he has 311,236 life. Okay, this is absolutely absurd. We just mentioned that Darkuma, which is a tank monster, mind you, has 274,700 life at level 150. This guy is past 300,000 life, and he's not even a tank as far as I'm aware. He just looks like an attacker, right? So, and I want to remind you that the monsters that get released in the beginning of eras are typically not the strongest, right? And so just the fact that this guy, one of the monsters that is released in the beginning of the new era, is already faster than the fastest corrupted monster in the game, stronger than the strongest corrupted monster in the game, and has more life than the, highest life monster in the game right now, is insane. It just shows how crazy the power scaling is in this game. And this guy, again, is not even... He's like one of the first monsters that we're going to see, so I can guarantee you that as the era progresses, we're going to see even crazier things than this, right? And the funny thing is that he's not even the strongest of the monsters we know of right now, right? Satman has even more attack power with 24,000 attack power, right? At level 150. So that means at level 100, he's easily over 8,800 because that is the current strongest in the game with Lord NEBOTUS and Gobslayer. So it's just crazy, right? And he's also faster than Long by nearly 1,000 points. And he has the same base life as Super Dream, which is easily clearing 100,000 in base life, right? Because 98,000 something for Darkuma is landing him 275,000 HP at level 150. This guy's got, tens of thousands of more life than the strongest monster in the game life-wise right now, who is a tank, by the way, right? This guy doesn't even look like a tank, nor does Super Dream, and these guys already are outclassing, some of the best monsters in the game across all stats right now. And I believe CANINE, whom I believe he is a golden pass monster or something like that. I'm not really sure, so don't quote me on that. He has 316,000 life. He's got a identical power stat to Super Dream, and again, he's got over 1,000 speed points on Long, who is the current fastest monster in the game, which blows my mind because he's leaps and bounds faster than most monsters in the Corrupted Era as it is. So yeah, power scaling is a thing in the game. It's crazy to see this right in the beginning, but this is the reason why I always always plead you guys to really think about whether or not the purchases you're going to make are really worth it, because you can see that if you spent a ton of money on the Corrupted Era, just what is waiting for you here. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys kill off corrupted monsters really, really quickly, because just looking at the very beginning of this, it's insane to see that, you know, some of the first monsters being released in this era are already like outdoing corrupted monsters by this much. So I can pretty much guarantee that at some point they're going to wipe out corrupted monsters, and there's really nothing that can be done about that. So yeah, please be careful before you really invest money into the game, because you can see if you spent all that money on the Corrupted Era that it's going to be gone now, right? Just for a few months of playtime, and now it's literally just, you know, you're going to have to reinvest if you want to stay in the top. And I'm not saying that for a fact, because I'm sure a handful of these will be free, but you can pretty much just see that if you spent all that money on the Corrupted Era, that money is pretty much going to waste pretty soon. So that's pretty crazy, right? We talked about the possibility of seeing a lot of power scaling, but now we know that it's a reality, and just how crazy these monsters are just at the very beginning of this era, it blows my mind. So I just wanted to make this video talking about that subject, because yeah, it was insane and pretty shocking to see something like this happen. And, you know, I hadn't really found out about this earlier, but now that I had, I wanted to make a video on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And again, if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts on this subject. Do you think they really outdid themselves this time in terms of power scaling? I certainly do. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for me. So I'll see you in the next video, and take care. Peace.